Hello and welcome back to the channel where we've been going over standard decks for beginners in Pokemon cards. This will be our third deck we cover, and it should be just as exciting as the other two. Take a look in the description of the video for the full deck list of the deck that we'll be using here. Today's archetype is going to feature Roaring Moon EX, one of the more powerful cards introduced in the Paradox Rift set. Roaring Moon EX is a very strong attacker and has the ability to knock out anything in the game, thanks to its special attack. As you can see here, Roaring Moon has the attack Frenzied Gouging, which lets you knock out any Pokemon automatically, taking a 200 damage recoil. It also has the powerful attack Calamity Storm, where you discard a Stadium and do 220 damage. The new cards in Paradox Rift, like Earthen Vessel and Professor Sada's Vitality, allow you to power up Roaring Moon EX exceedingly quickly, getting energy on it right away, and making it very possible to do big damage right out of the gate. A secondary strategy in this deck involves Brute Bonnet, the Ancient Booster Capsule, and Alolan Raticate, which allows you to poison your opponent from the bench, and then knock it out in one hit due to Raticate's Super Fang, which leaves the opposing Pokemon with only 10 hit points remaining. This combination is great to get around walls, and also is helpful for the cards that block damage from Pokemon EX or other Pokemon with rule boxes. This combination of cards together can be deadly to most decks, as you can get through any major threat that you may have to face between Roaring Moon EX's Frenzied Gouging and the Alolan Raticate Brute Bonnet pairing. We also have two different Galarian Moltres in this deck, which are very helpful as well. So let's take a look at Roaring Moon here. As you can see in this part, we're going to be using Earthen Vessel to discard a Darkness Energy and get 2 more Darkness Energy onto our hand. Then we use Professor Sada's Vitality to take that Darkness Energy and place it on Roaring Moon EX, giving us 3 more cards, and then we get to attach yet another energy to Roaring Moon. This is the second turn of the game, and we're already at full power with Roaring Moon EX. Here we'll be using Calamity Storm, but as you'll see in the next little clip, we'll be using Frenzied Gouging to pretty great effect. As you can see here, we're going to be using Boss's Orders to bring up their main attacker, Origin Form Dialga V-Star, and we'll be using Frenzied Gouging to knock it out completely. The 200 recoil damage is a tough break, but we can use the Ancient Booster Capsule to increase our hit points, making it slightly more bearable. This is going to be a great attack to use to get rid of really big hitters. It also can get us through walls, as this attack is an effect, not damage. So Mimikyu's Safeguard ability is not affected by it, and we can get through it, killing something that normally couldn't be hurt by an EX card, thanks to Frenzied Gouging. As you can see, Mimikyu still gets knocked out despite its ability, because this is an effect, not damage. This makes Roaring Moon a very versatile attacker. It can take out anything, even things that it shouldn't be able to beat, thanks to Frenzied Gouging, and it has a great way to be energized. Moving on, let's take a look at the poison situation. Brute Bonnet can poison the 2 active Pokemon as long as it has the Ancient Booster Capsule attached. Using this, we can poison our opposing opponent's Pokemon whenever we want, as long as we have Brute Bonnet set up with this booster capsule. We also play Hisuian Radiant Sneaseler, because that's going to increase our poison damage from 10 to 30, as you can see here. We're going to be combining this ability with Alolan Raticate from the Pokemon Go set, which, with its Super Fang attack, can leave any Pokemon with just 10 hit points remaining, making it fall to poison damage. This is a pretty deadly combination, as it gets through lots of different barriers that would normally stop you from taking such big knockouts. As you can see here, Roaring Moon EX was put to just 10 hit points away from death, and poison took care of it. This is kind of your end-all, be-all. You can't get Roaring Moon set up, you should get Raticate set up. It's going to help a lot. And at this point, you might be wondering, well, you're going to be poisoning yourself using this poison ability. It doesn't matter. If you can keep knocking Pokemon out rapidly like this, it won't matter that Raticate's poisoned. It's only going to be taking 10 damage a turn, Meanwhile, you'll be taking a KO every turn, thanks to its Super Fang attack. It's well worth the poison. The final little bit of this strategy involves Galarian Moltres. We have Galarian Moltres V and Galarian Moltres, just the regular one from the Sword and Shield era. Galarian Moltres is particularly powerful as its ability allows you to attach 2 darkness energy from your hand to it when it's played from your hand. So, as you can see, we can get it all the way up to 3 energy immediately on this turn. Galarian Moltres' attack gets stronger the more prizes your opponent has taken, making it a great finisher. However, as you can see here, with only 2 prizes taken, it does enough damage to knock out basically any single prize Pokemon you'd be facing, making it a threat. Galarian Moltres is also an excellent addition to this deck, as its ability allows it to energize itself from the discard pile, meaning you don't have to actively put energy on it. You can just get energy from the discard pile as you play along, and then you'll have a 190 power attack that you can use on a switch-in to get that big KO at the end. The 2 Galarian Moltres cards in this deck are excellent additions, as they go very well with the general vibe of this Darkness-type deck. As you can see, there are many ways to win utilizing Roaring Moon EX, making it an excellent deck for beginners. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next deck for beginners. We'll see you again. Good luck, trainers.